Oh, dear The Verge. Oof.
Want daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck? Of course you do! Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, of course, show that gives you all the latest tech news from one geek that is me to another that is you. Happy Friday. Different sort of show today. Instead of covering 3 news stories, we're just going to cover the Verge stuff. Let's have some fun, shall we? If somehow you have no idea what's going on, effectively, months ago, The Verge put out a video about how to build a custom PC. Video was bad. Video was real bad. It was all sorts of comically wrong. So wrong that they took the video down. Not only did they take the video down, they tried to completely scrub the internet, completely erase the video from existence. Like, oh, you never saw it. And a couple days ago, again, months after this happened, months after this was posted, they decided to start copyright flagging videos. And not like a claim where it's like, hey, we want the money that you're making from this video. No, like a complete copyright takedown. They abused YouTube's broken fucking copyright system to completely remove and take down these videos, which then in turn gave these channels that uploaded the videos a strike on their channel. You get 3 strikes, channel's deleted, gone. And that honestly is one of the funniest things to me. The fact that they waited months. Like it wasn't a big deal. We sort of all forgot about it for the most part. And they decided now, since it's months later, we'll just quietly try to remove these videos. You don't f*** yourself, huh? I mean, yeah, it's embarrassing. Your video was terrible. But you can't use copyright strikes. You can't abuse that system just to silence people you don't like. I mean, you would know all about that, right? You guys wrote an article about it 4 days ago with the headline, YouTube's copyright strikes have become a tool for extortion. And if we scroll down in the article, it literally says you use the words, YouTube's less than perfect copyright system has stabbed creators in the back. You mean the same system you used to silence these creators? That system? All right, so we put out a video. A lot of people put out different videos about this, and The Verge responded. Ish. In like a weird forums post, Nilay Patel, who is the editor-in-chief at The Verge, he put a little blog post thing up. A note about YouTube copyright strikes from Vox Media. So let's just have a look-see at this article, huh? First of all, this article starts with, I want to address a situation around some YouTube copyright strikes since retracted, issued by The Verge and Vox Media that has gotten pretty toxic and could have been avoided if the parties involved had simply reached out to me directly. Oh yeah, open discussion and stuff. Right, we got it. Earlier this week, a number of YouTube reaction videos were flagged to Vox Media's legal team, who are very diligent and protective of our work. 2 of them were reactions to a PC build video we had made several months ago, which I determined did not meet our standards and had pulled from YouTube. What fucking standards are you talking about? Because I watched that dude build a computer held together by luck and chewed up bubblegum. YouTube notified the 2 channels in question, said there was a chance our request wouldn't make it through, and asked our legal team for their case. Our team made the case, YouTube agreed the videos were not fair use and issued the strikes. Now here's where it starts to get interesting. According to Nilay, he says, when this was brought to my attention a few hours later, I told them that although I fully agreed with their legal argument, I did not think we should use copyright strikes against legitimate channels, even if we thought the videos crossed the line. And again, I fully agree with our legal team that these videos crossed the line of fair use. At my direction, the strikes were retracted. Here's the note from YouTube. And here he shows the email. We'll get to this in a second. Again, the strikes were retracted at my specific instruction, not through any YouTube dispute process. Oh, but Nilay, that's not what happened, is it? Because what actually happened here in both cases, you, The Verge, Vox Media lost the dispute because both Kyle's and Rich's appeals to your claim were reviewed by YouTube directly and overturned by YouTube. This was not at all a case where you retracted your claim. This was a case of they won and you lost. In fact, the timeline doesn't even match up here because according to the timestamp in your email and the actual real timeline of events, YouTube removed the strike before you ever asked for a retraction of anything. What pretty much happened here was the equivalent to somebody going up to their boss and saying, hey, I want a raise, I want a promotion. And your boss is like, nah, you're fired. And then you're like, oh, you can't fire me because I quit. You outright lost the dispute, but you're still playing the good guy because, oh, you issued the retraction out of the kindness of your heart because it didn't feel right. Huh? So both Kyle and Rich won their disputes. YouTube decided against The Verge and in favor of both of these people. No one issued a retraction. The claim was put in place. Rich, Kyle, they appealed and they won. So the strikes have been removed and the videos are back up. Now, back to Nilay's blog post thing. He said, The Verge's YouTube channel has since been brigaded with dislikes and nasty comments, and there are now death threats we have to think about. Here's one. This is all pretty disappointing, especially since I had retracted the strikes and none of the people involved thought it important to simply ask me about it. This is all pretty disappointing. Okay, so first of all, obviously, we do not condone death threats at all. The Verge, you know how the internet works, right? Like, set the death threats aside, that sucks. No one deserves that. But the whole, like, negative comments and dislike stuff, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I love it. You're all about creating discussion with your opinions. You know, it's cool if The Verge spearheads some sort of hate campaign towards a YouTuber, because at least you got people talking, at least you created a discussion, right? That is, of course, unless the discussion happens at your front door. Huh? If you look at The Verge's latest video, not a single negative comment. It all looks hunky-dory. This is not a big deal. But Verge, we saw the comment section. I saw the comments literally like right after we released last night's front page tech episode. I saw your comments. They didn't look like that. Here you can see literally all of the comments on that video were about this situation. And now, if you check that same video, all of those comments are gone. Every single one of them. But you wouldn't do that, right? You wouldn't go ahead and delete hundreds of comments and silence the discussion. You wouldn't delete the comments you don't like, right? Right? I mean, I can perfectly understand deleting comments that are in fact death threats, but this one right here, FPT sent me? That doesn't seem like a death threat to me. So now let's point you to the most important part of this article, this blog post. The moral of the story, if you will. Nilay, you listening? This whole situation can be summarized with this line right here. Our legal team felt this was not fair use and issued a copyright strike. That right there, the word felt. Fuck you and fuck your legal team. It doesn't matter what your legal team feels is fair use. It just matters what is fair use. There's no in between. There just is not the law and is the law. Is fair use. Kind of like how you built a computer just based off of how you feel a computer should be built, but it's still wrong.
Pay close attention to the brace that goes at the back of the computer. You always have to make sure that you really hammer it in.
Your opinions are not facts, and how you feel does not matter. So maybe your legal team should sit this one out. And Nilay, maybe you should sit the f down. Criticism is not copyright infringement.